This is SOUQ Business Landscape.
NELFUND has urged institutions to refund students over disbursement delays. That is coming in this particular weekend. The managing director, Nigeria Education Loan Fund, as NELFUND, Akintunde Soya, has acknowledged delays in disbursing student loans and appealed to institutions across the country to refund students who have already paid their fees while waiting for approval. The clarification followed rising complaints over late stipends and fee payments under the new student loan scheme. Soya explained that the loan process takes time because the fund must conduct proper verification before approving payments, and because institutions too must verify applicants before disbursement, which contributes to the processing timeline. Okay, this is where we found ourselves. Delay here, delay there. NELFUND has come to give their own side of the story. Hey, verification is taking time. But now, for institutions that know that these students are awaiting this particular loans, some students have also gone ahead on their own to make payments on their fees. Then NELFUNDs now come and get that same money back to those institutions. Why do we need to have a NELFUND tell the institutions to refund the students? These are the questions I don't understand.
I like to applaud NELFUND because what they did is accountability, acknowledging this and telling institutions to refund their money. It's a student-friendly move. It builds trust between them and the student. But we've discussed this thing a while back, that in a situation whereby I apply for a student loan, and of course I get approved, but by the time I finish my program, the money is not there. And because I want to graduate, of course, everybody wants to graduate with all the ASU strike and all. Everybody wants to complete 4 years. In 4 years, I have no other choice. I mean, the degree means more to me. I go ahead and pay. Now, in some university, like the institution I attended, if you are owing, so what they do is they let you write the exam, but they will not release that result. You will not get it. You will do every other thing, but you will not get until
when you clear the fees.
When you clear, and you will clear it to the last pen. Like that is, they will check everything. They might even add some things to it, but they will make sure you pay every penny. Now, so if a student is coming from NELFUND, I think they should have that luxury. They should have that opportunity because yes, NELFUND has approved this loan. So it's all based on verifications. Institutions don't need to be told. They know that this person, because NELFUND will send them a notification. Every other thing will be done, through due process. So I see no reason why students should even go ahead and make payment. Let them complete their program while you wait for NELFUND. And the fact that NELFUND is now coming out to tell institutions to refund. Now it speaks of it's I don't want to use, I'm trying to look for a sweeter word or a more milder word than dubious or corruption, because that's what it is. Let's look at it. Let's face the fact, because if money that is not meant for you, you withhold that money, then what are you doing with it? You shouldn't even be told to refund it. Now, and the sad thing about it is that if the students go ahead and pay, they will have to, whether the money is being refunded or not, they have to start paying it. And it's painful if I apply for a loan, I did not get that loan, and I use my money to pay. And I now hear again that, the loan was disbursed to the institution. So now I have another obligation to pay. After paying, it's not good. It's not looking good. The institutions, they need to be called to order. There's some form of digitalization that needs to come in place, whereby NELFUND themselves can track. Students can actually track. Immediately the loan is disbursed, there should be some sort of a text message or something that would notify the student that this money has gotten into the institution. So you go ahead to the institution, okay, fine. I paid my institution fees before this thing. Am I going to get a refund, or are you going to refund NELFUND so that I know I don't have any obligations to pay? I think that's it.
Okay. While we are looking at that, is it? Mukhtar, let's get to you. I want to hear your take on this. Is the students, they're having to pay because institutions are saying, hey, we've not gotten anything from NELFUND yet, and your exams or whatever clarification you need to do is coming close, so hey, make payment, and the student go ahead to make payment. Is this a trust issue between institutions and the government agency called NELFUND on one side?
This has been going on for a while because I remember a few weeks back, I listened to Mr. Lausa, who is the Minister for Information, and he talked about this. Nigerian institutions, it's sad that they are federal institutions. They are not doing well in this complaint, because this has been lingering for a while. These double payments are not reimbursing the students. The student, the gentleman in the studio talked about how the student will get notification. Students know when the money is disbursed because the payment is in two trenches. One goes directly to the school, which is the tuition, and another goes directly to the students' accounts, which is their upkeep.
Okay, yes.
So the students will know when the money is paid, because they get an alert too for their own upkeep, and they get email verification and all of that. And that's how they know they've made double payments. But then the minister addressed this on a national TV, saying they are talking to institutions to refund students their money. And this has been going on for a while. But I think is a general problem with Nigerians. In advanced country, even when you go to a store, you buy something, as long as it's in good condition, you have your receipts, you can go back, you get refunded. Like, it's like a law, it's like giving. So, but in Nigeria, it's almost even if you buy something, to even change it is a problem. And if we are going to change that culture, which is part of consumer protection, it should start from a government institution like federal universities. So, but what I see is almost like the federal universities, the people in charge, are trying to frustrate this student loan thing, because they even discourage students. Like the gentleman in the studio said, if they've seen that loan has been approved, it just hasn't been disbursed, they should give students leeway to write their exams and do what they need to do. They don't need to scare them or force them to make other payment. But this is what we'll see. And then when they have the double payment, they keep it. This is very, very bad. Because if these students, if they have enough money, they will not be applying for a loan in the first place. And I don't know how they see the fund, but it's still a loan. If the government is going to forgive it in the future, we don't know yet.
Okay,
it's a loan.
So why you brought another angle of government forgiving in the future? We'll apply for this note. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so he said that the students will know when the loan is being disbursed. Now, I spoke with someone who had access. Sometimes they disburse their pocket money before the actual loan is disbursed. So they might not know. If, for instance, I get my pocket money, thinking that, since I've gotten my pocket money, the loan must have been disbursed in institution, and I go ahead and I find out. So I feel there should be some form of edu finance app,
where you can see what's processing.
Just like when you access
time.
loan from any institution, once the loan is being disbursed, you get an automatic message that the loan has been disbursed to your account. So we should have that kind of app that tracks the loan from the time it is approved to the time it is moved out, or it leaves the account of NELFUND and gets into the institution's account. There should be some form of tracking so that I am informed that, okay, fine, the loan has been disbursed. Now, they could also sort partnership with some of these fintech solutions, fintech apps and all that. That will help them with the verification process. If whatever app or whatever digital solution they are using is not friendly and all that, they could partner. All in all, I feel that this also boils down to the institution's accountability. Now, I would rather recommend that NELFUND and NUC partner. NUC will be the one that will sanction these universities, these institutions, if they fail to either refund the money or inform the student that the loan has been disbursed. I feel the NUC, because there should be some. We live in Nigeria. I don't want to say we like to break rules, but we like to be told over time. We like to be pushed before we do things, and it cuts across all institutions. So I feel there should always be checks and balances everywhere. So, in order to check institutions, NUC has to step in. I would have said EFCC, but that would be too extreme. NUC needs to step in. they need to be carried in the loop to know that, okay, fine, this institution, you've gotten this money. Why hasn't this student been able to access it? And like I said earlier on, if there's no trust issue between NELFUND and institutions, once you know a loan has been approved, let the student write the exam, let them conclude their program. You can, if you like, don't let the student have their convocation, or what do you call it, and decide to hold the student's degree. No problem. Once the loan is being disbursed, you can call the student and say, okay, fine, the money has been disbursed. Or if the student now decides, okay, I don't want to wait for NELFUND, I will pay. And when NELFUND now disburse that money, before even NELFUND, now here's the kicker here. If a student goes ahead to pay for his institution, the institution, out of their, if they want to show responsibility, they should also inform NELFUND that this particular student whose loan was approved has paid. Do not disburse this money. They should have that list and send it to NELFUND so that NELFUND will not go through that stress of processing and verifying this loan again.